I'm going to explain to you a little bit of where my mind was yesterday. Because I have, it's almost like so many directions I'd like to go. I just decided to take much of the questions that I'm going to tackle eventually and just kind of put them out there, knowing that a lot of people who would not normally attend or listen were tuning in yesterday. I want people to be challenged. And if you had the opportunity perhaps to hear sound bites of, as the news did, played sound bites of people preaching and addressing the Easter message, a lot of it seemed to me to be focused on, sorry to tell you this, on the coronavirus. I'm sorry, this cannot control our lives completely. There has to be a time when this window that belongs to God stays with God. Sorry. Now, the rest of you people out there can go and drink more Kool-Aid, but I'm going to sit here and I'm going to talk about God and the things that are life-changing and life-stabilizing and life-giving. And then that gives the equipment for you to go out there and face the challenges. But I don't see the need to be like everybody else, and don't think I'm insensitive. I'm trying to keep people's eyes focused on the most important thing, which is not the coronavirus or being quarantined. This too shall pass. In fact, on the way here, I was talking with one of the staff people that was telling me, you know, in this country, I believe it was the numbers from this country alone, but it could be, I doubt it's globally, I'm sure it's in the US, that 43,000 women a year die from breast cancer. And if we're going to talk about flu, the regular flu, there is usually anywhere from 20, and in some years we've had up to 100,000 deaths from just a regular plain old flu. Now, I'm not discounting all the people who have died from this thing, but I'm saying to you, let's also keep our sanity, because we can get so caught up in this. And I've said to you, I'm not a conspiracy person, but I do see things changing in this country that are actually worrying me. Because if a few individuals on a hill can, by the wave of a pen and a few words uttered out of their mouth, take away your freedom under the guise of something, don't think that it can't happen under the guise of something else. Just saying that, and I'm going to leave it alone, lest somebody say I'm a nut job, which I may be, but I'm a nut job for Christ and for the freedom that this country affords its citizens and has, as I have lived here and seen it and witnessed it. So if this is the new America, this is not America. We'll see what happens. The messages coming in locally from people within this state, I mean, there's messages from outside the state, but the messages coming in from within the state, since people are inside more, is kind of mind-boggling. Because, you know, I think a lot of people being busy, they don't have time, they don't make time, they don't know. But now that you're kind of forced, you're either watching one of the two major networks and hearing about coronavirus all day, or you're watching something else and trying to educate and open your mind, which I hope you're doing the latter of what I just said. But I am blown away by some of these calls, because there are people who are, you know, when this is all over, I want to come to the church. I've never heard anything like this. Even something as, again, somebody called in from Joshua Tree and said, please ask Pastor Scott to pray for President Trump. Well, I'm already like way, you know, I've told everybody here, but it wouldn't matter whoever the president is, I'd say pray for the president. But it's just, it's kind of mind-boggling. I'm just looking at these messages, and here's a person calling from Gardena, not a King's House. Listen to your message. You become inspirational to my life. I want to come and see you. I have to come and see you. I didn't know you had a website. I'm so excited to go and get more teaching. I mean, it's just, and you know, I want to have a pass. I'd like to attend whenever you're going to hold services again, over and over and over. There are some folks who are a little bit confusing to me, like this person from Ventura who says, I love the details that you teach. I've been watching 18 years. Well, you live in Ventura. You don't live in Venezuela. You could come here, you know, we won't bite you. But it's really just, I'm kind of floored at the response locally. And there's no other thing for me to say than to say, I thank God. That doesn't mean that after all this is over that the church is going to have massive attendance or more. I don't know what it means, except I thank God for people, for God opening eyes or pointing people in the direction. And I thank God for the people responding and calling in. And if you're listening right now, I'm just thanking God that I'm seeing what I kind of in my heart was saying, maybe the people here just don't care. It's just like a shallow land, but you're proving me different. You're proving me wrong. And my soul is thrilled over this and thanking God beyond what I could possibly ever articulate with words. So please, the local listeners, keep it up. And even if you're not watching Channel 11, tune into the website. You can, and I know there's people that don't have internet. Get yourself internet or get yourself one of these radios. They come pre-programmed. Honestly, you only need, I just saw today, I wasn't even watching TV, but I was somewhere where TV was on a major network advertising, if you can believe this, a band radio. 2020, and a band radio is being advertised. I'm like, hey, they remembered me. So you got no excuse. If you really want to follow along, listen and learn, there's plenty of ways to do it.
Come